Welcome, everyone. My name is Danica Lani. I'm the King Coach, Daddy Joy, the mother of drag kings, and this is my podcast. Today, I'm really, really excited to welcome Max and Marie from No Milk in My Tea and Kings of Joy. Yay! And the pooch in the background.
Yes. My name is Max. My pronouns are they, them. I am from a Egyptian, Italian, Anglo background with sort of tan skin, and I run No Milk in My Tea, and I'm a drag king with the lovely and wonderful Danica as my amazing choreographer.
Yay! And Marie.
So I'm Marie. My pronouns are she, they at the moment. And my drag persona is Monsieur Mitch. I am a white person with curly, semi-long hair, but you can't really see, like in transition, basically. I had a shave and it's regrowing. And I'm wearing a beret and a fantastic no milk shirt. I am in Australia. It's been almost 4 years. I'm here. I came here for work and I stayed here for community and because of a relationship. I'm from a French background, and I have really enjoyed joining a community here.
Amazing. Thank you, you two. And you two have been instrumental in the growth of the Kings of Joy community in particular, because you were in group number 3, I believe, and with especially the group who were like, we want more, we want to continue. And so can you tell us a little bit about what your experience of Kings of Joy has been like, the before, during and after, but also including what was it like to do it with your partner?
Yeah. So it was, being a king is something that I was in California in 2012 as a student, and I was staying in just out or in Berkeley, so in San Francisco, and I had a really amazing king scene. And I think since then, I remember just watching like incredible kings and thinking, man, I wish there was something like that in Sydney. And I hadn't really seen anything or nothing that stood out to me. I wasn't really, I guess, that active in the community anyway, so I just didn't really see anything. But I always had it as a kind of background fantasy that I wanted to be a king. So I actually went to a Quiz of Joy show to see Malika play, and I didn't really know much about Quiz of Joy before then, but it struck me how kind of wholesome the Quiz of Joy show was. And I think my experience of things in the queer community was always more focused around drinking or anything like that, which is not really my scene. But yeah, so I loved the Kings. I saw Randy Rootrat and Cara and who was the third? Camilla, yes.
Yes, Monty. Yeah.
And their song was the Bruno Mars song. I can't remember what it's called. But
the funky one.
Yeah, Uptown Funk. Yeah, and it was so good, and I loved it so much. And I remember the announcement at the end to come up to you, Danica, to be a king. And I was hanging. If you remember this, Marie, I was hanging back, thinking, Marie, I really want to do this.
I know,
but I'm terrified, and I don't want to approach that amazing looking human over there. And you were in conversation with someone else at the time, and I did not want to interrupt you.
Very convenient.
Well, I remember Danica being in conversation with someone who then also signed up to be a king.
Yeah.
And ended up in our group. So, and I remember like telling you, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
And thinking inside, maybe I would do it. I'm not sure. Is there a reason I would? Yeah. And it was pretty tempting, but also, like, can I dance? I've liked dance, but I'm also not like super confident. I'm an introvert, so like I'm attracted to it, and it can be very wholesome to be able to act or dance, but like it's that step to say I'm gonna do it that is not that easy. And so on my side, I had no idea drag kings were existing. This was the first Queers of Joy I attended. I attended because I came with Max, and I had never really been part of the queer community. Well, I mean, I had throughout the years, but I never really entered and remained in a community. And that's really, from the first day, so from the first Queers of Joy, I've really found the space to be quite varied. There were, very different people, but there was still that vibe that everything was welcome. It was for fun, but it was also like really just received by everyone, full of emotions, like so many emotions. All the acts were like, there was fun, and there was someone talking about their story, and it was like bringing tears. So it was really great. Same thing as Max, not being super comfortable around like huge group, very loud people, and there's no judgment there, it's just me. I had some anxiety around that, a lot of anxieties, as I do, and I ended up, like at the end of the show, I just found, wow, okay, so this is a community that I find fairly easy to navigate. And that was the start for me. And then Max signed up, and I thought, okay, I want to try.
Well, I remember Danica turned to you, Marie, and said, and what about you?
I remember that too. I remember very clearly.
Well, in my head, it was like, I might say me too, but otherwise it will just take a question. It sounded like a cool thing to do.
Yeah. And the whole, the other kings who were with Sally and Wern were just so great to be with, and the classes, and I remember we were both going through a bit of a tough time with work at the time, and it was always such a light to go there, and it was so much fun. Your classes and they're somehow like I am not a dancer. Not been ever, and I don't and I find your approach just so chilled, but also really fun and engaging, and I want to learn more. And it's really, I've just not had that experience, and it's creative, and it's just a really light filled experience, or it definitely has been, to be a king with on the journey that you've created for everyone, Danica. So yeah, and the to be on stage also, like my sister's a performer. I have never been ever, and so it's been interesting to kind of connect with that, and I feel kind of like I have that in me now since being a king, which is a whole new thing for me, and it's quite an impactful thing for me. And then just doing that with Marie, and I think we were the first of the Kings of Joy who have actually kissed on stage. I think we were the first.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, it's us.
But it was so much fun to create that as well, and to have our other kings on stage with us. It was just such a fun song, and I had my friends with me. My friends who have been my closest friends since I was 8 years old saw me on stage, and like they were blown away and not at all what they had ever seen of me. So it's been an incredible experience. And then we obviously just wanted to keep going. Yes.
And that has been fantastic. Yeah. Marie, you were sharing about the different kind of levels of expression and community. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah. Well, I just found, so as I said, I had no intention, like I just had no idea that it was possible to be a drag king. And then I you know, there were several moments where I was like, of course there are drag kings if there are drag queens. And then I was like, so what does it mean about my perception? What does it mean about society? Oh my God, like once again. And I went into that thought process on why are drag queens more known than drag kings? What does it mean? Da, da, da. And then came the moment where you ask every person who signs up to try and think of a persona, and you explain of the different ways to come up with a personality. I remember you were saying, oh, it might be something like that you have in you and like it's a part of you and you want to incarnate that, or it might be like kind of a funny part or like a clown act or something like that. And I remember thinking, oh, I want to be sexy and I want to have like that you know, aura, magnetic, and so on. And then that's not at all what came out. And I think it's because so there has been that ground level. As Max was saying, we really went through, we were both working together last year somewhere, and it was a really hard time. So I think it did affect even our life together outside of work. It was very heavy. And then I found that, yeah, I needed that fun, and the space made me, you know, gave me that. And so for me, there's been one level of fun. And then there's another deeper level that is, I've ended up having a persona that is sleazy and like just laughable, really grotesque sometimes, and I think it's just cathartic. So I've tried, well, I think I've ended up in that character because I'm almost wanting to show like, or yeah, show a public, well, this is what, you know, a lot of cis straight white guys do. This is what, you know, I and many people have had to face, and like some behaviors that are just, you know, that create a lot of emotions. And so it's like almost look, and like if you laugh, I want the public to know also, well, this is what you do, cis straight guy, this is what, like, and so there's different kinds of laugh between people who I guess can laugh because they recognize, like there's that connection of, oh yeah, gosh. And then there are other people who would laugh because, well, they find it laughable, but then if you dig deeper, maybe you do this as well. Anyway, I'm not expecting any specific change, but I find it really cathartic to do it and try to show or give a mirror of what toxic masculinity can be.
Yeah, I love that. I love that idea about, yeah, having a mirroring back to human beings, our humanity, you know, like the collective humanity, and that, but specifically in the realm of masculinity. So
it's interesting that it wasn't planned.
Yeah.
That's what I needed to express apparently.
Yes.
Sexy parts later.
Oh, I think you managed to be quite sexy anyway on stage. There you go. So it's all worked out.
The levels, several levels.
The levels, the layers, amazing. One of the other things I found really inspiring about being around you two is the things that you're up to in life. And No Milk in My Tea has been such an inspiring project, Max, that you know created, and Marie, you've been instrumental in having that be really successful. So do you want to tell us a little bit about your No Milk in My Tea?
Yeah, for sure. Well, it started with my need for top surgery. It was really it was just a gamble, something that I wanted to do because I wanted, it seemed like creative fun to me to come up with this idea. I love t-shirts. So it started as something pretty local to my you know, friends and family at the time. And I kind of got to a $5,000 mark, so halfway for my goal, and which was incredible for me. And I was, you know, I was already that was already, it had blown up my expectations. So I was really happy, but I was also hoping, I didn't know where else to go with it. And the community that I've developed through in large part through Queers of Joy, through you, Danica, and Chris, and the sort of extensions beyond that, have really allowed it to get to where it is. So just through the community, and then because I did develop that, and I felt like I developed a lot of relationships with a lot of people, it allowed me to do what I kind of always wanted to do with it, which was to then pass it on to someone else, because I had a kind of big enough following where the brand had already had a little bit of an establishment. So I could use it and use the audience that I had for me, and then just replicate it for the next person. And that's what No Milk has become. It's become, a brand and a sort of a design and an image to attach to people's fundraisers, so that they can raise the money they need for gender affirming care. Because as we know, it's super expensive. And also there's a social element in that for, at least for me. I think it definitely brings people together. And in my experience, the brand has brought people together. And I think that's also sorely needed in the trans and gender diverse community. So that's the other part of what we kind of hope to do. And yeah, I guess the community connection is a huge part. And for me, the most rewarding part of it has always been that connection with the community.
Yes.
So yeah, that's kind of a bit of a snapshot.
Love it. I love it. And one of the things I love about the community that has grown with Queers of Joy and Kings of Joy and No Milk in My Tea, has been how we can support each other and be a community where we uplift each other. That's been a really important thing. And, having you at the at Queers of Joy with the table and selling the T-shirts, and, it's just brought a whole other element of joy to the Queers of Joy community. So
I was going to say that was also a really great way to propel, but also to meet people.
Yeah, definitely. We've met so many
with
people.
The table. We weren't part of the public. We were a bit special.
That's right, VIP.
So that was it was really cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And because it was all online before that, so really cool opportunity.
Having that in-person presence. So good. And tell us about the future of No Milk in My Tea. What's coming up?
So we have an exciting launch coming up this Tuesday, the 28th of June, 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock at Earl's Juke Joint in Newtown. If you head to No Milk in My Tea on Insta, you can sign up, or you register your attendance. But it's free, so just want to have you there. We will be announcing the third No Milk champion, so the third fundraiser. So we've been keeping it a secret up until now, so we'll be introducing them to the crowd, which is super exciting. And we'll also be revealing, or the new person will be revealing their design.
I have to say, we are so excited to find out who the reveal is. And I was in the car driving home with Bex Gym Junkie the other day, and we were like, okay, we're going to place bets. Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? So we are talking about it. We're like,
we have done a bet.
Yes.
Go to the fundraiser.
Guess who the next person will be. So we're putting bets down. We're putting our guesses in, and can't wait to be there on Tuesday. So we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. And a catch up with Malika as well, which would be really great. And just having that, it's the first time we've really been able to do something in person. So I'm very excited. And because it's the brand to me is very much about, it's zooming in on people and their particular story, and that's what I love about it. It's not a big project. It's really focused on one person at a time. And I think just having a nice catch up with Malika, and then handing over and sort of introducing the new person will be super exciting. So, and of course, Gym Junkie is going to be performing, which I'm so excited for.
Yeah.
And Malika, of course, is going to be singing with their absolutely adorable, beautiful voice, which everyone needs to hear. So,
amen.
Yeah.
A woman, a person, a human.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Well, I acknowledge you both for being the type of humans that have a generous heart that just grows bigger and bigger and bigger the more that you contribute to people. And I know that at the heart of No Milk in My Tea is that connection with community. It's about empowering people and really, honoring people and bringing as much kind of respect and support to people and their stories and their gender journey as well. And so congratulations on everything that you're accomplishing. I can't wait to see what else is going to be accomplished in the future.
Thank you, Danica.
Thanks.
It's been through no small part. This has grown through your support and your guidance as well, your social media guidance as well.
Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah.
So
yes,
genuinely thank you for the diverse impact you've had on my life and our life. So in many ways.
Yes, it matters to me that our kings thrive.
Yes, I know it does.
Yeah.
And we do thrive, and we will continue to.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, bringing on more people.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being here tonight, you two. Mwah. Lots of love. Speak to you soon.
Your body's so close to mine. I swear we come undone.